Um, I think just her aggression level, and her intensity at practice, and her ability to create plays by how hard she plays. And she has this energy about her that's infectious, and it like instills itself within her teammates. And so her just sticking to that, and playing extremely hard, playing with this certain energy, it'll open up everything else around her and for her. But I think she's extremely skilled, has great footwork, can finish around the rim. And today I thought she did a great job of tipping, keeping plays alive, getting offensive rebounds for us. And so she, like we know, like she's coming off an injury. It's her first freshman year here, so she needs to give herself grace. We want to give her grace, but we also know how important she is to the team's success. So, I mean, I feel like there's great things ahead for her. She knows it. This whole team knows it. Yeah.
The two games that you played, it seems like you shot the ball much better than the numbers would indicate. A lot of balls come down halfway down the ground and out. But I just wonder how you feel about the way the ramping up process is going. And you haven't been through this as many times as you have. What's the process like of kind of getting your legs under you, getting your confidence back, maybe getting over any fear you might have of injury? What's it like for you mentally and physically to come back?
Kind of like what Paige just said, touched on, like giving grace. Like I've learned a lot this year to give myself grace, and knowing that this returning to play process wasn't going to be the prettiest. I wasn't going to be the exact same player I was my first game back. And that goes for right now. Like I'm still kind of getting back into the flow of the offense and connecting with everyone on the court. So I think just reminding myself like the next one's going to go in, like having that confidence, being okay with, seeing the ball rattle out, but knowing that like, I'm controlling everything I can defensively with my energy, with my intensity, all that stuff. But just, being grateful to be able to be on the floor, whether my shots are going in or not.
Easy. Just how do you feel right now? Just 2 weeks your short absence.
I feel pretty great. I mean, just being on the floor like puts a smile on my face. Obviously, there's a lot of things that I need to do better as we continue to play games. But like I said, I'm just so happy to be back on the floor with everyone. It's going to stay that way this time, and I know that we're just going to keep building.
Hey, can you talk about the impact that KK and Ashland had, especially on the defensive end for their what's
Yeah, I mean, we've had conversations as a team, as individuals, on how they're in a different role necessarily this year, but their impact is the same, and their ability to change and contribute to winning is the same. And they've taken that to heart and really taken advantage of the new challenge that's ahead of them, and bringing that energy, intensity off the bench, and whatever the starters did, like they come in and completely change the game in whatever way that they do, and they can. So their defensive intensity tonight, in the past couple of games, really have been tremendous and have shifted the game as soon as they came into the game. So for them to continue to impact winning that way, it does measures for our team.
Paige, you guys came here to play together. I know it hasn't always gone the way you wanted. What do you think? How is your relationship for helping each other get back on the court? You got to play through some adversity.
Well, I think, both of us having gone through similar stuff, I can say that when she was, like, watching her go through her injury while I was playing kind of motivated me to, fill her shoes and what she was doing while she was out. And then when I got hurt the following year, having seen her go through her entire rehab process and just like the way that she held herself, the way that she went about her rehab every single day, kept her head high, like was still such a key piece to our team without even playing. That really inspired me all of last year while I went through my rehab process, and I think just knowing everything that we've been through, and like you said, we came, or at least I came to UConn like looking forward to playing three full years of basketball with her. And so now I think we don't take that for granted, the time that we do get on the floor together.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've relied on each other just for strength, and that's been me and AZ, the whole team, with everything that we've went through. But like she said, having experienced a lot of the same things, going through adversity together, seeing each other go through it, just to be able to motivate each other, be there on the good days and the bad, when you need a pep talk, when you need to talk, when you're sad, like anything like that. We're just all there for each other and there to support each other in any way possible. And like she said, like, we don't want to take these moments for granted. Obviously, the past didn't go the way we wanted to, but you can't change that for the future. So our ability to help each other stay in the present and take nothing for granted and take advantage of what we have now, I think we do a great job of that.
People that watch Paige from the outside probably think that, Paige you've seen her put it all before, and you've been with her through the bumps in her road as she's gone through this journey. As your relationship, as your friendship has continued through these years, and you've known her since eighth grade, seventh, eighth grade, what is it about her that allows her to persevere through anything that might really ruin a lot of people, and she, like I said, survives and succeeds?
She has a tremendous work ethic, but I honestly think it's like her competitiveness. Like, she doesn't take anything, like, she doesn't do anything going half speed. Like, she does everything with her whole heart into it, all her effort, all her energy. She does it with purpose and passion. I think that's also something that's really that I admire. Like, the way she did her rehab, the way she comes to practice, the way she leads this team, just everything she does, she puts everything into it. And sometimes, like, that could be to like her fault, honestly, because I feel like she is so giving and so like looking out for everyone else in the team that she forgets to, like, she needs to take care of herself as well.
I think I was kind of born with it. It was sort of in my nature as a kid. I was a tomboy. I played every single sport growing up at recess. Always tried to be the first pick when teams were picking. I tried to win every single board game. And really, it's just like you have a feeling of you hate losing more than you love winning. But I love winning, and I hate losing, so it's like equal. But I think it's just sort of like definitely in my nature of wanting to be the best, wanting to win, and doing everything that I can to control that, to be my best, to try to continue to keep getting better and never get complacent with where I'm at. So it's definitely a mindset and something that I think I was sort of born with.
Coach was talking about the roles that she thought the role you actually have now is what you had last year. All players are available. What's that adjustment like, being a starter, playing an awful lot of minutes last year, and now that you have to go in 5 minutes here, 4 minutes here? I think that's been an adjustment for you.
I look at it the same way as last year. I mean, last year was a great opportunity, and I feel like this year is a different opportunity, but just me embracing it and knowing that this role that I have is something that can help my team win, and just going in there, picking off where the starting five have left off, energy, defensive energy, creating opportunities for my teammates is just something that I thrive on and I get energy off of, and, spread energy out to my teammates. So I feel like it's the same type of mindset that I had going into last year. This year is just the same type of things, going into each game knowing how I can impact the game, how I can, make different things happen for our team to win. So.
You're still learning how to play under speed. I remember you last year that you started. It's terrible. Kind of seeing about that this year. Is there adjustment how to use your speed?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've done better controlling my speed. Like you said, last year I was going 100 miles per hour, not knowing where I'm going sometimes, but just kind of this year looking down the court, seeing where my teammates are instead of just going down and, getting nothing out of the possession. So, yeah.
KK, you guys forced 31 turnovers today and played a lot of pressure defense. Can you talk about how much you enjoy playing the pressure defense, because it seems to feed right into your personality, but how good you guys can be as a team overall with your depth and talent?
Of course. I feel like as a team that like is a part of our identity and things that create more for us on offensive end. So as soon as we get a tip or anything on defense, I feel like it creates energy for our offense. It creates more opportunity for us to set up half court or, create opportunities like I said. But I feel like that's a part of our identity, half and half, of just doing that defensive energy. And I feel like I said, I love doing defensive energy. Smile, it gets me riled up a lot. So just being that defensive energy for my spark for my team, I can't wait. So.
Maybe you're used to the crowds and the fans, but when you see people travel from Sweden and Canada and things, I mean, is it ever overwhelming or surprising to you still, or has it kind of become a new normal?
It's never something that I take for granted, and like you said, like this is a new normal. Like I never want it to become normal, and I never want to take it for granted that people spend their hard-earned money, their time, their energy, their effort to come watch us play. And so, like before the game, I was reading the signs, and it's just surreal, and it's very humbling, and it definitely makes you realize how blessed you are to be where you're at. And like, I don't know, I'm just super grateful for it, and I never want to take it for granted. And that's something that I kind of like think about before games. Like every single time we suit up, there's a new person in the stands watching us play, and coach talked about it pregame. Like people spend their money and their time to come to watch us play. So to not give everything you have is cheating yourself and cheating them. So definitely something that I never want to take for granted.
Did you get a chance at all to connect with the little girl who was a fan of the game, who had the brain cancer? She was wearing your jersey with 3 of her friends' jerseys. Do you get to talk to them at all, or did you just high-five them?
I talked to them a little bit after the game. Obviously, the interactions are pretty quick with how fast-moving things are after the game. But took a picture with her and her friends, and those experiences are amazing.
Before the next round of games, you guys are on the road. Historically, UConn's been a good road team. What are the qualities that make a good road team, and does your team, this team, have them going forward?
Yeah, I think the ability to not get rattled or shaken, a good connectivity between the team to where no matter what runs they go on, no matter how loud the crowd is or how things may not be shifting your way in a game, how well you can stay together, stay composed in a huddle. What are you saying? Are you saying the right things? And just the ability to respond to challenges, but also be able to throw the first punch in a game, especially on the road, just to set that tone, get their crowd disengaged right from the start. And definitely I think our team has that. I think it's still something that's a work in progress that we're trying to embody every single game, and it starts in practice. So it'll be huge in preparation coming up. Thank you.